Today I was just going to be ready to make a video. So thought of quickly doing a makeup video because you must be watching a lot of my transition videos and must be thinking that, oh, she must be putting a lot of filters on her face while doing the transition videos. But honestly speaking, if I use any filter, I usually mention those in those areas. But or if it is AI generated at all, I usually mention it. And if it is not, this means it is completely because of the makeup and the light. So, honestly speaking, my room is not that well lit. Even though there are two light source coming from both the walls, there's no light source from that side and from the back. And I have a main light source right in front of me where I have mounted um, the the camera, the phone. So that's the only source. And the light I usually use medium. It's not neutral and even not warm. I don't usually keep it in cool tone, but I don't keep it in warm tone as well because it changes the color of whatever I use. And even I don't keep it neutral because it looks very dull. So that is the reason why I just keep in between the warm and the neutral mode. So that gives the most close to shade what I can see right in front of my mirror. I had thought of sharing this entire information. Right now, it is the 1st of June. Why am I sharing? I'll let you know later on. Today is 1st of June, and right now it is 8:20 p.m. The weather, it is 31 degrees, and it's showing feels like 38. So it's not that great of a weather, but again, I must say not dangerous as those 42, 43 degree as it shows in the phone. But humidity is quite high. And see, already just now I had a bath and I've just put a very light moisturizer and primer. And even after that, look at my face. It looks very sweaty, right? It's because first, I don't have an air conditioner in the room. Second, my fan is quite far off. So I'm shooting in one side and the fan is right there giving hawa to somebody else. There's nobody in the room anyway. So that's why one thing that I always keep right in front of my face at times is a fan. I don't keep it switched on all the time, but whenever I need to, dry certain area, I usually use a fan. And another important factor is, now you must be thinking, why am I sharing you all of this? Because whenever we watch any influencers, most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time, we are seeing they're applying so much of product and still it's not looking greasy, it's not messing up, it's not doing anything, it's not budging, it's not becoming weird. Why? Because the air conditioner is right in front of their face, or maybe it's an air conditioned room. And that is the reason why most of the makeup looks awesome. But if you try to apply the same products on your face in a non AC room with a weather like in Kolkata, I remember a few days back, I had tried doing a very glamorous kind of a makeup, wedding kind of a makeup. And let me tell you, I had to cancel I had to go and wash my face and I had to stop the shooting because the weather was bad. There's no AC in the room and I was a total mess. So nobody usually shares these things, but these are actually factors which affect makeup and totally the entire experience. So that is why I shared that this room is completely very hot. I'm already sweaty, even right after my bath. And I'm talking right now because I'm just setting my primer. But let me tell you, it's not helping much because I'm sweating like crazy. But the main thing is that when you are getting ready, first of all, don't use a white t-shirt like me. This is Ghoret Jama, so I don't have a problem. And another one is you cannot be too hypered before applying makeup. So you just need to first calm down. You can play some nice music, calm yourself down, breathe in, breathe out. Don't fight with any family member or with your cat or dog because you're not going to feel nice from within. There'll be so much of radiation happening that you start sweating all the more and your makeup is going to mess up like crazy. So first you need to breathe in and out, keep yourself cool toned, and then you start with the makeup. Like, even though the weather's bad, still I'm trying to keep myself calm and composed, and that is why I'm not sweating as heavily as I could. So now, without wasting much time, I will first start with the first step. Obviously, whenever you are planning to do your makeup, you need to first plan accordingly because we have a lot of products, right? We have the skin tint, the BB cream, the CC cream, and then we have those matte, like the Lakme ones, which I really love. Usually, whenever I go out, I use this because this is completely matte and it's very light coverage. It really gives that, like a BB cream kind of an effect. Natural but better. So according to where you're going, whether that place will be air conditioned or whether you will be outdoor, you must plan accordingly. If you already know that, no, I am going to go to a place where it is air conditioned, make sure that you can apply as dewy products as much as you want. But if you're planning to stay outside in a weather like this, summer, Indian summer time, that time you can, opt for matte products, because that is not going to make your face look uh, too oily. Another thing, if you already have an AC in your room, you are doing your makeup in an air conditioned room, you can do one thing. You can start with your makeup right from your mid makeup period. That time switch off your AC, so that what happens, slowly when the temperature goes higher, you won't face too much of a problem leaving the house and going out. Suddenly there'll be a humidity attack, and your entire face is gonna be a mess. So keep all these things in mind. I know I've become too chatty, but it's just that these are very important points which I'm sharing, which none of us think, because whenever we look at any influencers doing makeup, and they're putting tons of products on their face, but technically speaking, if you use exactly how they are and you go out, it's not going to be great. It looks great in front of camera, but in front of the light, but technically speaking, going out with that is not practical. Now we'll start with the first step, and I'm going to use a skin tint. This is a Zudio one, but you can use any skin tint of your choice. I'm going to skip the eye area, because usually when I mix, or when I'll apply with the brush, that time it's going to. Now my microphone is here, so I'm not going entirely on the neck. Don't miss out the ears. Okay, now the main technique is I'm gonna keep some more ready in case if I need little bit. Now this type of brush is very important for applying foundation. Okay, a flat and very dense. You're gonna dab. Whenever you're applying it on your face, do this. I purposely left out my eye area because I'll be putting a concealer. Now either you can switch on the fan and let it, your skin suddenly became too hot because of the active movement of the brush. So you just calm your face a little bit. Keep this brush aside. This brush is very important because there is a little bit of skin tint left and I need that. Okay. This is an angular concealer brush. Perfect for concealer, for your blush. Okay, now concealer, you have to be very careful, not too much, little bit over here. Now I'll show you the fun part. Like we usually get to see people applying gallons of it here, and directly. How much you need? I've like taken so little. Mix it well, because there's oil, summertime, it becomes messy. Little bit, okay? Just on the eyelid, a little bit. Now you can apply it wherever you have any spot, wherever you want to put around your lips. Okay, I think that's it. Later on, if you need more, we can use. So that's exactly how much you need to apply. So now you just have to keep pressing, and there won't be too much of a product, and it becomes so easy to work with. Okay, now after dabbing, you're going to keep this concealer brush as well, because you will need it. Now you're going to go back to this brush, because this already has the skin tint in it. Now you're going to completely dab it on top of your concealer. This is exactly how my face looks like. There'll be texture, there'll be dark spots still visible, creasing on the eyelids. See? And I want that, I want that creasing to happen all the more. So this is exactly how my skin looks like. Nobody shows the truth. So this is what is actually looking on my face, but still from a distance, because of the light, because of the camera, it's looking very filter like, but it's not. This is what it is. Many of us get to see that the next step is the eyes. But here's the game changer. Whenever I had done my transition video, whenever I'm getting ready for my transition video, I don't touch my eyes after my concealer because I want this area to crease more. Start with my bronzing and blushing. Now, since it's evening, I'm going to use two shades. These two are from Zudio again. This one is a candy flush, um, a cream blush, and this one are those pots. So these two I'm going to use. But if it would have been during the morning time or afternoon time for sun-kissed glow, I love this. I mean, I have already gone to two Zudio shops and I couldn't find this, and I was feeling so agitated. Right? So I'm gonna go work right underneath my eyeball from here till here. I've seen that right now this is the trend, and I've seen it really looks nice. So, and let it go upwards. You can use your hands, you can use your this kind of brush will also do, but right now, not at the moment. I don't want to use this brush because this one literally has concealer, so I will be needing this later on. So that's why I'm going to use my fingers right now. The main thing, can you understand what's happening? There's concealer in this, so concealer and blush is getting mixed. That's why this area is becoming very toned down. Done. This one already has the skin tint, and see what happened. I'm wiping on my handkerchief, so trust the process. Now lightly, you're not removing it now, you are just mixing it. See, creasing is happening on the eyes. I want that to happen. So now you can see like a subtle glow on your face. I've seen that this is the most technically easy to do process. Now next, your contour. Oh, this is actually going to be a game changer. Now first thing, put it here. You can directly put. Why I put directly? A little bit, but directly, because that really, you know, holds a lot of products. I want that to happen. Now I'm not going to put anything here. That's why I'm putting it here. So now with the same concealer brush, first you're going to work with your, in this motion, you lightly. Looking weird? Let it look weird. Lightly. Transitioning. Okay, done. Now upwards. Mixing the bronzer, your contour. Actually, this ELF one is a bronzer come contour, so that's why I keep saying bronzer. So contour mixing with your what is this? With your blush. Okay, if you think that it's going a little down, no problem. You can wipe it. Upwards. Now you will go, oh, what to do with this line? Wait, no. Done. Let it be like that. Now you have product. You have product. Very dorkari product. But let it be here. Now with a brush, be careful. This should not contain any color. This one's giving a little bit of pink. This is a very small tipped, brush. With that, you're going to remove the excess. Now, why am I going to do this step now? I'm going to tell you. Wait. Because I'm going to work with my eyes very soon. That's why. So first, remove the excess. Oops, choko bondo hai na. Hmm. Thank you, Didi, for this mirror. I know you'll be watching. One of my biggest supporter. Okay, see how nicely it's removed. Keep this brush. You might not need it. Now this already has bronzer in it or a contour in it. Okay. Now with your finger, you just lightly dab your eyes. Not too, you know, don't press it too hard, but you're just mixing that, blending that contour, either blending your concealer in your eyes really well. So now this is all ready. I usually don't crease much underneath, but if you still feel that, oh, creasing hoyeche too, then with the same brush with which you have, removed the excess, that, and then you again do this. Now this contains a little bit of the contour, right? So you're gonna press it here. See, shadow, press it here. See, suddenly a shadow is created which is not too much, not too little, just enough to make your skin look chiseled, your nose look chiseled. Little bit. Now later on you will be applying more. So now you have your product over here. Why do you have it? Because of your jaw. Let this be like this. Later on we are going to work on that. Already can see a line. What you're going to do? You're going to dab upwards. Creates a fantastic shadow. So we are not done with that area, but let's, just complete with wherever you need the shade. So see, remember transition. Done. Done. Now you have, again, you have a little bit of product here. Again, nose is where things can really look bad or good. So don't put too much product here. I mean, in front of the light, of course, it looks very nice. But when you go out like that from afar or from the front, they will say why there's line on top of your nose or etc. This is the best way of, even if you go out, it's not weird. Till now, it's weird. Wait and watch. This is your main brush. Your foundation brush is going to create a perfect transition. Done. Done. Now, this part becomes a little, you might be thinking, what? What? Concealer. Little bit. Mix it in your hand. Nobody puts. What are you doing, Yomi? Nobody puts. I don't need it here, so I'm not putting. Done. Now, concealer brush, wipe it well and just straight like a 90-degree angle, inverted. Don't know what that was that called. But can you see the seamlessness? This looks difficult. Yes, it is difficult to remember so many things, but once you start working with it, you're practicing it, everything becomes so easy. And see, the transition is already looking so good without any eye makeup till now. Already transition, the shadow, wherever, whatever needs to fall, it's fallen into place. Okay, so great. Now, before putting your or starting with your eye makeup, very important part is applying a powder properly. Make sure you're not sweating. It's very, very important to have a powder brush. I've used a puff, a powder puff that usually comes with it. Nothing works so much better than a powder brush. Now you're gonna, oh, this is lovely product. I'm so scared that I might mess this entire thing up. Oh, I'm just keeping the fan on. I hope there's not too much of sound of the fan. Oh, too good. See, this you can put right where you put your concealer. If you think that you've put your blush, you don't want to mess the blush, you don't have to. But if you want to put the powder on top of your entire face, you can do that, and then you can use a powder blush to, apply on top of that. It's up to you. So till now, there's no filter involved on my face. Yet you can see the result right in front of your eyes. Profusion Cosmetic Smoky. This one is an old one. I'm going to use the Smoky Eye shadow. Now you can use a light brown to create the shadow on the crease. I will put a little bit above the crease because I have hooded eyes and I want to do a very simple eye makeup right now. This is another very essential. All sorts of powder eyeshadow, I mean brushes are very important, I've seen. Okay. Now with a smaller one, I'm gonna apply the white on the just near my bony structure so that that area becomes a little bit lifted. It's so hot. But see, I'm not sweating much because, as I said, keep yourself calm, keep applying, I mean, stay calm. That's your main thing to do. Usually don't put too much underneath. Again, with a bigger brush, I'll use a darker one, not the darkest, not black. I'll just, at the end, I'm going to put. With a lighter ones, I use this one, metallic. I don't think I can ever go completely basic. See, this is how it looks like. Again, I'll go use the darker one to create a nice, you know, transition in between. That's it. I'm not going to put highlighter right now, but I'm going to put the eyeliner. Okay, I thought of skipping everything and just go straight with a lip oil. I don't know how it will look. This is Dunamis. I remember swatching this. Dunamis Bonita. It's a Mocha Madness kind of a shade. It's a lip oil. Now, since I am not, it's just for a video I'm putting this. Otherwise, I would have put a lipstick and then on top of that, I would have applied. Okay, usually this doesn't wash off my skin too much, but I think after putting makeup, this is looking a little light. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this red also. The amount of combos I I unknowingly make. Put a little bit more of the blush here. Since this is a very, you know, those pot ones, very cushiony, light and matte, I just put it right near my outer eye corner. This, looks very nice. Below the temple and right where my eyes, you know, and the temple meet, right over there. Looks like a nice punch on my temple, like a literal punch. But this looks nice when you're shooting in front of the camera. It looks a little pretty. Minus the mascara. See, this is my face without any filter, anything else. See? Just a blush right here. I'm gonna put I just okay. So now the last and the most important part is yes, you gotta try the mascara. Any mascara that you have, you use. I just now realized that my microphone was right over there. Essential. No filter, no expensive product, just technique. And here it goes. Here's the makeup. I've shown everything right in front of you. There were no, of course, there were cuts, but there were nothing which I've hidden. Everything is right in front of you. Mistakes, how I, patched my mistakes, how I do the transition effect without, making it too difficult for people to understand. See, there's no creasing because I do my blush first and then I do my eyes. That's the trick. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's become too long. I will try to edit it and make it as short as possible. But the fact is that this is an important video. If you are really searching for a video where you can easily do your makeup at home with no, you don't have to, of course, if you already have the skill, you can kill it. So now I'm gonna start with the actual video. Okay, bye bye.